Hello. Hi, and welcome. Welcome to Trivia with the Walters. I'm hoping we've got people joining us. Welcome to our second art history trivia program. My name is Elizabeth Norman, and I am the assistant manager of gallery experience here at the Walters, and I'm also your host for the evening. So today, we've prepared a series of questions about some of the artworks in our collection. Our theme this evening is summer and leisure, and hopefully you leave today having learned a little bit more about our artworks, some of our programs, and even a little bit about me, your host. Yeah, so we're getting ready to get started. So some of the things to expect today. We're going to warm up by playing Two Truths and a Lie, so you'll get to know a little bit about me. We're going to go over how to play. The game will start, and then we're going to read the answers for each question after each question. So for every question we have, we'll start with our question, answer the question, then you'll get the correct answer. Yeah. Okay, so this is the link that you can use to play along. It's a Poll Everywhere link, so if you want to go to that, it's pollev.com/whamtrivia449. And you can use that to kind of see how your questions are coming in against other players' questions. All right. And we can start off with our Two Truths and a Lie. So if you are watching on either Facebook or YouTube, you can write in the comments what you think the lie is. So we'll see what it is, but we can start now. This is a little bit about me. I happen to be a champion rock skipper. I'm also a stand-up comedian. And I've worked as a ghost tour guide. I'm a very, very busy person, in addition to working at the Walters Art Museum. So what do we think? Let us know in the comments. Hello to Beth on Facebook. What do you think? What do you think I'm lying about? What could it be? My various hobbies. One of them is not true. Ooh. Elizabeth, wow, we're Beth heavy tonight. We've got Beth Horton, Elizabeth Wilson, and me, Elizabeth Norman. And we're thinking maybe the lie is that I'm a stand-up comedian. Barbie says maybe rock skipping could be the lie. Jessica also says rock skipper. Ooh. What do we think? What could be the answer? Max says definitely rock skipper. All right. Should we maybe go to reveal? Yes. Sorry, guys. Rock skipping was the lie. I don't know if they have championships for rock skipping. I bet they do. But I am a stand-up comedian. When I'm not working at the museum, I do perform around Baltimore and the DC area as well. I actually have a show coming up on Saturday. And I've also worked as a ghost tour guide. I'll be doing that again this October. Spooky season is really the prime time for ghost tours. And Jessica says, can't believe ghost tour guide. It sounds great. It is great. I love it. I love to tell people about art. I love to tell people about ghosts. So it's really fun all around for sure. Great. Well, now, again, we are going to be heading to the polling link. There's only a couple of participants who can get in there, so you want to get in there as soon as you can. And you'll have 30 seconds to answer each question. And we'll be able to see the answers up on screen and see who thinks what or how many people think what thing. You can ask questions or make comments again in the chat box in the comments. And please keep it clean. Keep it clean. Please refrain from using outside help. We want this to be an honest game, and have fun. Have fun with it. Excellent. All right, so you can use the QR code here to go straight to that link. But again, the link is polev.com/WAM, W-A-M, trivia 449. Make it nice and big so you can see it there. Yeah, so that's how we're going to be able to do that. Getting it going. And that's okay, Beth. You can also just play along in the comments too if you want to. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Question 1. Fireflies are incorporated in this tsuba. According to a Japanese legend, they are associated with which occupation? Is it doctors, fishermen, warriors, or locksmiths? Okay, fireflies are incorporated into this tsuba. According to a Japanese legend, they're associated with which occupation? And you can start answering that now. Here we go. We've got, looks like so far strong showing for locksmiths. Oop, 50-50, locksmiths, fishermen. Woo, I love seeing the live results. This is so much fun. We're kind of split on this. It seems like fishermen is the most popular choice. We still have a little bit of time for people to get their answers in. Ooh, fishermen taking it away. And otherwise it's pretty split for doctors, warriors, and locksmiths. Very interesting. So fireflies are incorporated in the tsuba. According to a Japanese legend, they're associated with which occupation? Warriors. Yeah. And that's where knowing what a tsuba is might come in handy, because that's actually part of a sword that helps to protect your hand from the blade. So that's a little bit of, now you know that fireflies are associated with warriors and tsubas are associated with swords. Yeah. Fun fact, only fireflies in the eastern US up to about Kansas really light up. Western fireflies are harder to spot because their lights are a lot dimmer. So I know around here in Baltimore, I've been seeing tons of fireflies lighting up, and a couple of actually have flown into the house, so I've had to scoop them up and take them back outside again. But they are beautiful this time of year. Great. Okay, question 2. This relaxed stagecoach driver is also a character in the book The Pickwick Papers by this famous author. Would that be Homer, Charles Dickens, Mary Shelley, or R.L. Stine? What do we think? Where do we think this relaxed stagecoach driver is coming from? Who wrote this character? Strong showing so far for Charles Dickens, but we also have Homer, Mary Shelley, and R.L. Stine as our options. What do we think? What do we think? So far, again, it seems pretty confident for Charles Dickens. Not any dissenting opinions so far. Ooh, and we've got, all right, let's see. This relaxed stagecoach driver is also the character in the book The Pickwick Papers by this famous author. It is Charles Dickens. We weren't able to get anyone on that one. Everyone knew the answer there. Charles Dickens is the correct response for this picture. Yes. Excellent. All right, question 3. These flowers bloom in early summer. What are they? Are they tulips, irises, daffodils, or cherry blossoms? These flowers bloom in early summer. What are they? And spend a little time looking closely at the image here. Kind of really get in there. See if you can make it out. Looks like we're thinking irises or daffodils so far. Yeah. Looking about 2/3 irises, 1/3 daffodils. Beginning to get a little movement there, but looking like it's one of the two. Possibly. Most people think any other things. It's also possible. All right. Irises and daffodils. What do we think? What are they? What are these flowers? They are irises. So good looking to everyone who was looking, because one of the big clues, I think, is those long leaves that kind of poke up that you would see with both irises and daffodils. But irises is the correct response in this image. Yeah, and here's a fun fact. The name for the Greek goddess Iris came from the Greek word iris, for rainbow and messenger of the gods. As messenger, she traveled by rainbows and would come down from heaven to help connect souls on earth to heaven if irises were planted on their graves. So she's coming down, coming down the little rainbow, checking to see if there's any irises on your grave. And if there are, hey, you get scooped back up to heaven on a rainbow. Not the worst way to travel. Seems kind of fun. All right, now we're on to question number 4. Question 4, how old is this painting? Very aptly titled Rabbits. Is it 162 years old, 60 years old, 5 years old, or 12 years old? How old is this painting titled Rabbits? And I could not think of a better title for a painting like this. Really just says it all. We're thinking so far, strong showing for 60 years old, but also could be 162 years old. Think maybe we know it's probably, I don't know, could be, depends on how well you know the Walters collection too, as to which time period you think it might go in. But we've got about 2/3 for 162, about 1/3 for 60 years. But it seems to be broken up between those two. I will say my little sister has a rabbit named Benny. And I did a comedy show for children. And I was like, my sister has a rabbit named Benny. That would be like, a bunny named Benny, really. It would be like if you had a puppy named Peppy. And then I was like, or it would be like if you had a cat named, and then someone was like Toilet. And I was like, right, okay. Patterns are still something that we're working on. All right, let's see. How old is this painting titled Rabbits? It is 162 years old. And you know what? It doesn't look a day over 150. I think it's looking pretty nice given how long ago it was made. Yeah, it's looking good. And those rabbits are having a blast. Having a nice little meeting there. And a fun fact is a female rabbit is called a doe. A male rabbit is called a buck. So both of those kind of similar to what we would call deer. But young rabbits are called kits or kittens, which is also just very cute, I think. I think that's adorable. Just a bunch of kittens with their bunnies. And if you are just joining us now and you would like to play along, you'd like to see your answers come up on screen along with everyone else's, you can head to this link. So you can use the QR code, or you can head to polev.com/WAM, W-A-M, trivia 449. You would like to join us in playing this game. We're having a really fun time so far. At least I am. I hope everyone else is having fun too. But this is how you can join us if you would like to join our game. You can also, as some of our friends are doing, you can also just play in the comments as well, or in the chat of the live video. Wonderful. All right, we're on to question number 5. The Arbor, shown here, was painted closest to what year? Was it painted around 2000, the year 1800, the year 1900, or the year 1700? What do we think? When do we think this painting was painted? Around about when? So far we're thinking maybe 1900. I'm looking at that lush, very, very romantic garden that we see here. It's either, kind of going back and forth between 1800 and 1900. Yeah, got 2/3 for 1900, 1/3 for 1800. No one thinks that it was painted in the year 2000. Apparently, it looks like it could be a little bit older than 21 years old. Could be true. And yeah, so let's see. The Arbor shown here was painted closest to what year? And it is the year 1900. Yes. I think maybe the clothes could be a little bit of a hint there, but also just this, very kind of hazy, romantic look. Always makes me think of the turn of the 20th century. Wonderful. Excellent. All right, we're on to question number 6. We're going to take a close look at this misty mountain. What is the name of the mountain that is depicted here in the summertime? Is it Mount Olympus, Mount Everest, Mount Fuji, or Mount Kilimanjaro? Right. What do we think? We think maybe it could be Mount Fuji, this misty mountain. A little mist would be kind of nice right now. I don't have any air conditioning in this room, and it's getting a little toasty. But where do we think this mountain is? Or which mountain do we think this is? Thinking, looks like we got, again, pretty strong showing for Mount Fuji here. What do we think? And the answer is yes, this is Mount Fuji. So again, this is the second question we've had so far where 100% of our respondents got the right answer. This is Mount Fuji in the summertime. Excellent work. Great. Okay, now we're moving to question number 7. This fruit, found in the late summer months, was Baltimore artist Andrew John Henry Way's favorite to paint. Is it a pineapple, melons, strawberries, or grapes? I see Jessica was saying the last painting was gorgeous. I agree. This fruit, found in the late summer months, was Baltimore artist Andrew John Henry Way's favorite to paint. Do we think he has enough names? I think so. So we've got, again, a strong show. We've got 3/4 of people saying melons, 1/4 saying grapes. Ooh, the grapes are taking off again. Oh, 50-50 grapes and melons. I'm loving this. I'm having such a fun time. Woo! Okay, someone says strawberries, but we're thinking it's kind of split between melons and grapes. Got a little bit, perhaps it could be strawberries. We've got to see. What do we think it's going to be? Ooh, what could it be? Never enough names. Okay, so maybe he doesn't have enough names. All right. This fruit, found in late summer months, was Baltimore artist Andrew John Henry Way's favorite to paint. What is the answer? Grapes. Look at these beautiful grapes he painted. Gorgeous. Ugh. I love the drama. Excellent highlights. Fun fact, he did not like bananas. At least he did not like painting them. Honestly, same. Controversial opinion. I'm really not a banana person. You can hear more about all of this in the talk Fruit Painting and Food Politics with our curator, Joe Briggs, that is on our YouTube page. So you can go right on over. We've dropped the link there to watch Fruit Painting and Politics. You can go check that out on our YouTube. It's a really cool and interesting conversation with Joe Briggs. Just wonderful, wonderful. Okay, question number 8. This jar was for syrup made from what flower? Hint, it was used to soothe headaches and relax nerves. Do we think it's honeysuckle, French lavender, mint, or blueberry flowers? What do we think? This jar was for syrup made from what flower? Used to soothe headaches and relax nerves. Got 50-50 lavender and mint. So both of them do make some pretty good tea, so I can understand maybe thinking they'd also be great syrups, honestly. But whew, okay, sorry, mint, you're getting left behind. Got a lot of people saying it's French lavender, so we'll have to see. I was almost about to make a honeysuckle syrup this summer, but I just did not make it happen. You got to get out there, get your jars going, just collect a bunch of stuff. But one day, next year, I'm going to make a honeysuckle syrup. All right. This jar was for syrup made from what flower? The answer is French lavender. Yeah, I do find it really soothing as well. I use a little bit of lavender essential oil. That's how I fall asleep at night. But it's nice. Excellent. All right. So here we are on to question number 9. This one's a little bit tricky. So in this series, we can see winter, wrapping himself up to stay warm, spring, holding a wreath of flowers, and autumn, holding grapes. So out of these 3 so far, we've got 1 missing. And what do we think is happening in that last painting? Do we think summer is trying to cool off in the shade? Do you think summer is going to try to wipe the sweat from their forehead? Do you think summer's cooking over a fire? Or perhaps would summer be enjoying berries straight from a bush? So we've got 1, 2, 3, and we're trying to guess what's happening with number 4. So we're thinking maybe trying to cool off in the shade. I'm seeing 50-50 getting those berries straight from the bush. I know I was doing that in the last couple of weeks. Wild raspberries are out, wine berries are out. I'm all over these foraging Facebook groups, to be honest. We were talking about it earlier, but I love it. And wine berries are really, really good. And they're invasive, so you're allowed to eat as many as you want, and everyone's going to be fine. So we're thinking 50-50, either cooling off in the shade or enjoying berries straight from the bush. And we'll see in the series, what is summer going to do? Summer's trying to cool off in the shade with the teeniest, tiniest little leaf. Oh. If you look at the facial expression, I think it's not going so well for summer, unfortunately. Still pretty hot, pretty sweaty, not quite cooling off the way you'd want to be. Yeah, wonderful. All right, so question number 10. What is the name of our annual summertime music series at the Walters? Is it Summertime Songs, Whamming Out concert series, Art Sound Now, or Sound Spaces? What is the name of our annual summertime music series at the Walters? And we can see here one of our past performers, Landis Expandus. This excellent screenshot from one of our videos. What do we think? So far, strong showing for Art Sound Now. Oh, but Whamming Out is a fun name. Could be Whamming Out concert series. What do we think? What do we think? Got a strong showing for Art Sound Now. But it could be anything. What is it going to be? What is the name of our annual summertime music series at the Walters? The answer is Art Sound Now. It seems like maybe we have a couple people playing who know a thing or two about the Walters. And actually, we are going to be having a virtual Art Sound Now next week. So tune in for that. It's going to be really, really great. And I can't wait to see it. So definitely check it out. We've got our past Art Sound Nows on our Facebook page and on our YouTube page. But keep an eye on our events page because that's where we tell you the scoop of what's coming up next. Be sure to check it out. All right, so a big thank you to our donors who have made our art collection possible and who make a lot of our programming possible as well. So big thank you to our donors. Big thank you to our digital team as well for making all of this happen. And thank you so much for playing along. I had a lovely time with all of you tonight. I hope you had fun too. Please check out our different resources that we have at the Walters. Check out our different programs. And come on down and visit us too. We are open. Yeah, so wonderful to be with all of you here tonight. And I hope you had a good time. Thank you.